Alrighty, so I'm running Nanashi in the back today, and so I'm going for like super tanky build. So we're gonna try to potentially use, the shield from Goddess Liz to soak up damage and like negate skill effects, and we'll use Tarmiel's shield or like his stance card to hopefully lower the amount of damage we take overall. I don't know how this is gonna go. We should be pretty tanky once we of course get Nanashi's buffs and everything for the characters that can get them. Liz in this scenario is not going to get them, so I don't know. She's really squishy as is, so that's not going to be great. He's also using Nanashi in the back. The thing I don't like about Nanashi in the back, of course, as I'm sure you're aware of, and I'm sure other people that have used Nanashi in the back for their goddess teams have probably said, is that I don't really like the fact that, you don't get any of his Holy Relic effect. You don't really get his basic stat increase or anything, which is just a bit unfortunate overall, I think. So let's go for Margaret because she didn't get the effects from or the buffs from Nanashi. Ooh, he's looking super tanky even then. We're not doing a whole lot of damage. I don't have Margaret buff. I thought about running Margaret instead of Goddess Liz, but at the same time, I figured Goddess Liz could be a pretty decent utility for helping us tank just with the shield. Whereas, well, I don't know. If they're running the Goddess team, they don't have a way to take my buffs off. So it's not that big of a deal, which we're tanking pretty well as, just as good as he is, I guess. So it's not really that bad. He's going to pop the res on Liz here, which isn't too bad, actually, because I can remove the Sariel stance here. Unfortunately, he has the Nanashi buffs on... Hello? He has the Nanashi buffs on Margaret at this point, so she's going to tank a bit more now. We can push for an ultimate, maybe? Yeah, I think we do that, because, dude, Tarmiel actually, hits pretty hard. Ooh, that's 3 cards in his hand that he can't use at this point, too. I probably should have used that on Mayel, if I'm being honest, because his ultimate's way scarier than Margaret's. But, oh, wait. Oh, Nanashi's... Dang, I'm so bad. I honestly have no idea how exactly Nanashi's relic works. It's so weird to me, like the wording and everything. It just doesn't make sense to me. But all I know is that if you attack or whatever on a certain character, or maybe not a certain character, maybe if you just... I don't know. Sometimes you attack, you lose ultimate move gauge. It's just very weird. So... yeah, I don't think there's much I can do about that. Well, the problem here is that I can't really... I can't kill Sariel because he'll draw Mayel's ultimate here. So let's put up damage reduction. I don't know if this is going to lower my ultimate move gauge or not. It did. Okay, so we at least get the Tarmiel ultimate. I'm serious. I have no idea what the deal with with Nanashi's passive is. I've read it like 100 times probably over the couple of years that he's been in the game and tried to use him, and I really love running backline units and everything. So I try to make use out of backline units as much as I can, but his just confuses me by a lot. I think he's probably still going to kill me here, unfortunately, because of the damage and everything. Yeah. Dang, so close, though. Maybe we get a gold card? Not quite. This is, this is the delete card, actually. So let's delete his ultimate, and then we'll have this level 3 for next turn. Unfortunately, he can very easily just put up a Sariel stance or something like that. But, yeah, I don't know. Maybe we do need to switch to Margaret instead of Liz. That might be a little bit better. But I think this was just kind of a bad circumstance with him having Nanashi, so because I'm stupid and I don't understand how it works as well, I can't rush my ultimates or, like, get my ultimates more efficiently, you know what I mean? So I'm going to try to read that ultimate in between the next match, and I'll see if I can make heads or tails of it, but... I don't... Oh, God, yeah, because of the goddesses that are gone on the team now, his stats are abysmal, so... kind of a swing and a miss, but I'll be right back. I'm going to go read his ultimate, or his passive. Alright, so I think the whole thing with his passive is that if you attack somebody with the buffs on, that's where the ultimate removal comes into play. Which makes a lot of sense, actually, but I don't. It's just worded oddly, like it's just like almost like a run-on sentence where it's like, I don't know. It's just so much to take in with the passive that it just doesn't make a whole lot of sense to me off the top of my head, I guess, like just reading it through one time. But I think that's the thing. So if he were to attack Mayel or Margaret in this instance, he would get his ultimate removed, or like ultimate gauge orb removed. But if he attacked just Tarmiel, because I don't have the buffs on with him, he wouldn't have his ultimate move gauge removed. So I don't know. It's really weird how it works, I guess. I guess it's not that weird, but I don't know. It's a really strong passive, actually. I feel like people really slept on Nanashi back in the day because he's super good, like actually pretty nuts. I don't know if we can kill here because he has the Nanashi buffs on, but we're gonna go for it. Ooh, I think we do actually, so that's gonna be really nice because once we get rid of Mayel, this team kind of falls apart a little bit. Liz, because he's running Light Liz, obviously there's just going to be like a build-up period for her, and then once she gets all of her stats and everything, she could become a bigger threat, but I don't necessarily know that she's going to be that bad. We can potentially go for Blue Tarmiel's ultimate here, which is kind of nice. He doesn't have any way to taunt or anything, so I can pretty much just remove ultimates here pretty easily, I would think. Unless Margaret ends up... Ooh, actually, she removed her own ultimate, so I don't even have to worry about it. Maybe we just go for this into this into this, so that way we can see the ultimate, hopefully. I'm actually kind of interested, because every time I use Tarmiel's ultimate, I'm always very surprised at how much damage it ends up doing. We don't kill the Margaret, unfortunate, but... it is what it is. I think we're tanky enough to where he shouldn't be able to kill me, but he does have full ultimate move gauge, so his AoE skill is going to be doing quite a bit. So, okay, going for the double single target here. Into the... okay, that's kind of a weird play, I got to be honest with you, brother. Let's do the AoE first for whatever reason. I'm just so used to doing those first, and then we'll do the level 3 ultimate removal. Because it actually does halfway decent damage. Let's see how much this does. I would imagine Margaret dies, maybe Nanashi? Not quite on Nanashi, but pretty good damage. 200k is not bad, especially on ungeared. Nice, that does... it didn't do that much, but it did enough to at least kill Nanashi, so... Liz on the field by herself shouldn't be a huge threat. I don't have any Mayel cards, unfortunately, so the damage here is probably going to be a bit lackluster. But I do have a lot of ult gauge control, so... well, I probably should have just moved the Tarmiel card or put up a stance or something, so that way I could have got his ultimate again to help blow through this faster. But, well, I'll just go ahead and move on for you guys so you guys don't have to sit through this. But this match was a lot better. The fact that we didn't have to deal with... well, I mean, we did deal with Nanashi in the back, actually, but I think we played around it a lot better this time. So, hopefully, that's good. Either way, moving on. Alrighty, okay. It's so weird. It's like the duality of man. I literally just recorded 2 videos in a row where it's just all demon teams, and then all of a sudden I have a match with 3 goddess teams back to back. It's weird how the I guess the RNG sort of works there, or just like timing, I guess, with me queuing up at the same time as, you know, people using specific teams or whatever, but it's just a bit odd. Like, I would have loved to have gone up against teams that weren't the demon team earlier, but I think just variety in general is what I'm looking for, so the fact that we went up against 3 goddess teams here is also equally as, like, I don't want to say annoying, but maybe just unfortunate is the word for it, but yeah, not super happy to go against the same team the entire video, but you know, that happens sometimes, unfortunately. Especially, like, I'm doing a lot of these, like, shorter sort of videos where I'm just testing different things out with 3 matches instead of a full 5-match spread. So obviously the odds of you getting the same team with only 3 matches instead of 5 is probably a lot greater. But I guess if I ran into the demon team 6 times in a row with the last 2 videos, I technically would have done 5 matches in a row, and then I would have done 1 demon team, 3 goddess teams, and then whatever I would have gotten after this one as well. But yeah, I don't know. It can be kind of annoying sometimes. He doesn't have Nanashi at all, so luckily we can kind of use this to our advantage and rush an ultimate pretty easily here. I don't know if we kill this Sariel or not. Nah, not quite. Sariel's actually quite tanky if you don't have just, I don't know, crazy good cards like to use on him. I don't know. He just he does a pretty good job at tanking, which I guess because he's not using Nanashi in the back, there is potential for him to have blue Tarmiel to help out with the Holy Relic there because of the stance increase and everything. But I don't know. It's it doesn't seem to be very common. I don't really go up against a whole lot of Tarmiel backlines, which I guess is understandable. On my team specifically, Tarmiel is just not really helping a whole lot in general because of the fact that I'm not running. I mean, he has his own stance, of course, which is, you know, cool. He benefits himself there, but I'm not using, you know, green Sariel or anything, so I'm not getting extra use out of it, I guess. But ooh, who do we go for here? Okay, it targeted Margaret. I think maybe I already had her targeted. I'm not entirely sure there, but as you've seen with maybe some of my previous matches, once you kill the support off from Mayel, he really doesn't do a whole lot of damage. So I don't think I'll really have to worry about too much here. But this one's kind of interesting, just going like ultra tanky, like, I don't know. It's kind of cool. I think Nanashi in the back works because you have a little bit of ult control on top of adding a lot of heft to your team, which is kind of cool. It's just unfortunate that they really locked his passive or his new Holy Relic into only unknown teams. I think that's a bit of a misplay, considering that in the actual show itself, he is a goddess if you're unaware, but he doesn't, you know, doesn't hang out with the goddesses anymore. He kind of like exiles himself, or maybe he got exiled. I can't remember exactly what the lore there is, but he's I don't know. It's kind of weird that like this late in the game they could have helped him out and like gave him more goddess support, but they decided to go for the unknown route, which is a bit odd. Because I don't know, I feel like the unknown team gets pretty consistent support like every collab that comes out. Basically, if they're not human, they're unknown. So I don't know. Either way, I'm getting a little off topic here, but either way, thank you guys so much for watching. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. Let me know what your thoughts and opinions are on having Nanashi in the back. I know that he's pretty good. Like he definitely has his uses. He's not like the perfect ideal goddess backliner, but I think he's good enough to where he works pretty well, and like he's pretty consistent. So yeah, either way, see you guys later.